It's 12:06 p.m. on April Fool's Day in New York, and on a monitoring screen inside a blockchain security firm, a group of hackers is stealing $285 million in real time. 31 withdrawal transactions fire in rapid sequence. USDC, Solana, wrapped Bitcoin, meme coins, draining a crypto exchange called Drift Protocol faster than anyone in the room can react. By the time the first alert reaches a human being, the vaults are empty. 12 minutes. $285 million. The biggest crypto heist of 2026. And here's the part that should terrify you. The hackers never touched the code. This is the story of one of the most sophisticated digital robberies ever pulled off. A team of suspected North Korean state hackers will weaponize a legitimate blockchain feature to pre-authorize the entire theft 3 weeks before it happens. A billion-dollar stablecoin company will have the tools to freeze the stolen money in transit and won't act fast enough. And the financial trail between a fake token worth $500 and an active nuclear weapons program will turn out to be horrifyingly direct. We dug through on-chain forensics from Elliptic, TRM Labs, and PeckShield, blockchain transaction logs, court filings, and independent analyses from the most respected investigators in crypto to piece this together. How do you steal $250 million without breaking a single line of code? How do you trick the people guarding the vault into handing you the keys, weeks before the robbery even happens? And why is the country responsible pulling this off more than once a week? But before any of that makes sense, you need to understand something unsettling. Right now, $500 million of real people's savings is sitting inside a piece of software that nobody owns, nobody regulates, and nobody can shut down. And what happens to that money next is worse than you think. Here's the deal. In traditional finance, there's always someone in the middle. A bank, a broker, someone regulated, insured, accountable. Things go wrong. You pick up the phone. Decentralized finance rips all of that out. Your money sits inside smart contracts. Code that runs automatically on a blockchain. No CEO, no headquarters, no customer service number. Just software, executing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, why would anyone trust their life savings to that? Here's why it matters. For millions of people in countries with collapsing currencies, frozen bank accounts, and authoritarian financial systems, DeFi is not a gamble. It's the only financial system available to them. In Nigeria, Argentina, Lebanon, this is how people access their own money. That context is critical to understanding why so much is at stake. But here's the trade-off nobody talks about, and this is the single most important line in this entire story. If something goes wrong in DeFi, there is no one to call. No undo button, no insurance fund, no refund process. The code is the system, and if someone turns the code against you, you are completely, irreversibly on your own. Hold on to that. It comes back in the worst possible way. This is Drift Protocol, the largest decentralized perpetual futures exchange on the Solana blockchain. At the time of the attack, it holds $550 million in user deposits. To put that in perspective, that's roughly the entire GDP of Tonga. A whole nation's economic output sitting inside lines of code. And here's the detail that makes what's coming even more shocking. 2 separate security audits, one by Trail of Bits, another by Claw Secure just 8 weeks before the hack, give Drift a clean bill of health. 2 audits, both passed. But neither one catches what's about to happen. Why? Because the attack doesn't target the code. It targets something far more vulnerable, the humans. Now, rewind 3 weeks, March the 11th. Deep inside the Ethereum blockchain, a single transaction appears. This is 10 ETH, roughly $30,000, about the price of a mid-range car, being pulled from Tornado Cash, a crypto mixer built to make money untraceable. Investigators at TRM Labs later flag something about this withdrawal that changes the entire investigation. The timestamp. It lands at midnight Greenwich Mean Time. That's 9 in the morning in Pyongyang, North Korea. Someone's working day has just started. But what exactly are they building with $30,000? And how does it become $285 million? We'll get to that. But first, the weapon. Over the next several days, the attacker creates something from nothing. This is Carbon Vote Token, CVT. No team, no website, no white paper, no community. A financial phantom stitched together for less than $500, about the cost of a PlayStation. Now here's where the scheme gets dangerously clever. The attacker begins wash trading CVT, buying and selling it to themselves, back and forth, hundreds of times. Fake volume. Fake price movement. A human analyst would flag it in seconds. But Drift doesn't use humans to set prices. It uses oracles. And this is the crack in the foundation that makes everything possible. What's an oracle? Think of it as a robot price checker. It scans on-chain trading data and reports a number. It never questions whether the trades are real. It never checks if the buyer and seller are the same person. It sees volume, sees movement, and assigns a value. Drift's oracles scan Carbon Vote token and see what looks like a legitimate traded asset. They value it at hundreds of millions of dollars. The actual worth? Less than 500. Let that gap sit with you for a second. $500, reported as hundreds of millions. And the system doesn't blink. But the fake token is only half the weapon. What comes next is far more disturbing. And it's the reason no audit could have caught this. This is Drift's Security Council, the small group of authorized signers who hold the administrative keys to the entire platform. Think of it as a vault requiring 3 of 5 keys turned at once. In the weeks before the attack, 2 changes quietly destroy every safeguard this vault has. First, the multisig threshold drops from 3 signers to 2. Fewer keys needed. Nobody raises an alarm. Second, and this is the part that should make you furious, there is no time lock. No mandatory delay between when a change is approved and when it takes effect. No window for the community to spot something wrong. Changes execute instantly. That single missing safeguard is about to cost $285 million. And the way the attacker exploits it is unlike anything in crypto history. Pay very close attention to this next part. The attacker reaches out to real Security Council members, not to hack their devices, not to steal their passwords, to get legitimate people to sign legitimate authorization transactions, approvals they don't fully understand, using a feature built directly into the Solana blockchain itself. It's called a durable nonce, and it changes everything about what's possible. Normally, a Solana transaction expires in 90 seconds, miss the window, it's gone. But a durable nonce allows someone to sign a transaction and hold it indefinitely, days, weeks. The signer approves something on a quiet Tuesday afternoon. The attacker stores that signature like a loaded weapon in a drawer and fires it 3 weeks later on a completely different day, under completely different circumstances. Think about what that means. Really sit with it. The theft is authorized before it happens. The signatures are real. The permissions are genuine. The blockchain processes them and sees legitimate approvals from legitimate council members. Everything checks out perfectly. The only thing that's fake is the intent behind the signatures. And nobody discovers this until the vaults are already empty. Which brings us to the moment of detonation, April the 1st, April Fool's Day. The attacker lists Carbon Vote token as a valid market on Drift, deposits hundreds of millions of CVT tokens, manufactured for nothing, as collateral. The oracles, reading the fabricated trading data, value that collateral at hundreds of millions of real dollars. The pre-signed authorizations from the Security Council unlock every door, and then the withdrawals begin. 31 transactions. USDC, Solana, wrapped Bitcoin, JLP tokens, JTO tokens, a meme coin called Fart Coin, real assets, real money, drained from the accounts of real people, using a fictional token as the master key. How fast does $285 million disappear? PIF Research Labs clocks the core extraction at 10 seconds. From the first pull, 41.7 million in JLP, to the last primary withdrawal of 2200 wrapped ETH, 10 seconds, gone. Meanwhile, 6,000 miles away in Singapore, a man named David Chen unlocks his phone. He holds $31,000 on Drift, his savings for the year. His portfolio page won't load. He refreshes again. When the page finally loads, the number reads 0. It's April Fool's Day. He assumes it's a glitch. It isn't. Drift's team posts on X within minutes. This is not an April Fool's joke. We are experiencing an active attack. They suspend operations, but the money is already moving. What happens next is staggering. Drift's total value locked craters from 550 million to under 250 million in less than an hour, like a regional bank losing half its deposits before lunch. The Drift token collapses over 40%. 12 other Solana protocols connected to Drift are forced to halt instantly. Why does one hack take down 12 platforms? Because DeFi has no firewalls between protocols, no circuit breakers. Everything is interconnected. One domino falls, the rest go with it. And behind those numbers, not hedge funds, individuals, people in the Philippines, Nigeria, Argentina, places where DeFi is the only financial access their government allows. People who deposited real savings, people who wake up on April Fool's Day to find everything gone. No FDIC, no bank, no refund. Remember what we said earlier? You're on your own. This is that moment, and it's about to get worse. If breakdowns like this are valuable to you, subscribing means you won't miss the next one. And the next target is bigger than Drift. Now, the getaway. And the company that could have stopped it. The attacker converts everything to USDC and SOL, then bridges it from Solana to Ethereum through Circle's cross-chain transfer protocol. This is Circle, the company behind USDC, one of the most widely used stablecoins on Earth. Their bridge is the highway the stolen money travels on. Can Circle freeze the funds mid-transit? Yes. Have they done it before? Yes. Days earlier, they froze 16 corporate wallets in an unrelated case. They have the tools, the authority, every reason to act. For $285 million moving through their own infrastructure during American business hours in broad daylight, they don't act fast enough. That should outrage you. ZachXBT, one of the most feared investigators in crypto, is blunt. Circle was asleep while hundreds of millions in stolen USDC moved through their bridge for hours. The money reaches Ethereum and vanishes, scattered across wallets, mixers, and swaps built to make tracing impossible. So who is behind this? Remember that 9 a.m. Pyongyang withdrawal from 3 weeks earlier? Within 48 hours, Elliptic and TRM Labs, two of the world's top blockchain intelligence firms, publish independent analyses. Both point the same direction. The staging matches, the bridging matches, the laundering speed, faster even than the Bybit operation of 2025, matches. The sophistication matches one group only, the Lazarus Group. Not a rogue collective, a unit of North Korea's Reconnaissance General Bureau, the regime's top intelligence arm, operating under the direct authority of Kim Jong-un. Sony Pictures, 2014. Bangladesh's Central Bank, 2016. $81 million, roughly the cost of 2 brand new Boeing 737s. WannaCry, 2017. Hospitals and governments across 150 countries crippled. Then they discover crypto. And the scale becomes almost incomprehensible. $6.5 billion stolen in 5 years. Ronin Network, $625 million. Harmony Bridge, $100 million. Bybit, February 2025. $1.5 billion, the largest crypto theft in history. And now, Drift, $285 million. Here's what most people miss about these numbers. And what should genuinely disturb you. This money doesn't fund mansions. According to the United Nations and the United States government, stolen cryptocurrency directly finances North Korea's ballistic missile program and nuclear weapons development. The pipeline between a $500 fake token on Solana and a warhead in Pyongyang is not a metaphor. It is documented, traced, confirmed. Drift is the 18th North Korean crypto operation Elliptic tracks in 2026. 18 heists, 4 months, more than one a week, every one more sophisticated than the last. This isn't hacking the way most people understand it. This is financial engineering in reverse, building fake economies to extract real wealth. A fictional asset, manipulated oracles, socially engineered signers, a blockchain feature turned weapon. The entire heist pre-authorized before anyone knows it's coming. 2 audits gave Drift a clean bill of health. The code was flawless. None of it mattered, because the attack targets every assumption the technology rests on. That volume means legitimacy, that signers read what they approve, that admin changes carry delays, that a price means value. Every assumption, wrong. Total cost to exploit them all, less than $500. The promise of DeFi is that you don't need to trust anyone. The reality is, you're trusting everyone. Oracle builders, governance signers, bridge operators, and the people who decided no time lock was needed to guard $500 million. Right now, somewhere on the Solana blockchain, a new token is being wash traded. Its oracles are reporting a price, and someone, somewhere, is asking a governance signer to approve a transaction they don't fully understand. The next working day in Pyongyang has already begun.